Right, I've been trapping now for, it's over 30 years. When I first started getting my traps and, trapping vermin and hunting and shooting and whatever. And I specialise in vermin, rodents, especially rats. The methods I use are varied depending on the situation. I use snap traps, I use fen traps, fen Mark IVs, and I use cage traps. Sometimes it all depends on the situation. Rats are extremely cunning and extremely wary of anything new, and sometimes they will readily go up to a snap trap as long as it's positioned correctly. If you want to know anything about trapping and that, I've got a playlist on my channel, which it's got loads of videos on about every aspect of trapping. As I say, as long as it's set correctly, they'll have no problem. And you can catch them in a snap trap. I prefer to use fen traps, fen Mark IVs, because they are much more powerful and much more efficient than a snap trap. But there are certain times when I use a cage trap, because sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, how you set it up, a rat will not go near a snap trap or a fen trap, and yet it will readily enter a cage trap. And once I've caught them in cage trap, they are all humanely dispatched. There's no suffering at all. And there's one type of trap that you will never ever see me use. I will never ever post a video on my channel. I just do not use them, and that's these things, and that's a glue trap. This is a pack of 2 glue traps. They'll catch rats and they'll catch mice, alike. And basically all they are is just a piece of cardboard, and they're pre-baited. You can smell it, and you just peel this top paper off very slowly, and underneath it is basically what it says on the tin. You can just see a bit of it there. It is a highly sticky glue. Just slam it back in its box, and also you'll see there it says fast, effective, safe control of rats. There's no doubting that they don't work. They do work. They are very efficient, they are very effective, but I don't use them because I don't think they're humane. When a rat or a mouse walks on one of these things, it is doomed. It is instantly doomed. It's a very sticky glue, and the more it struggles and this and that, it's going to be struggling, that it's just getting more stuck down, and if you set one of these up, say 10 o'clock at night, say you've got a rat in your shed or whatever, you set one of these up, you can get a rat in that half an hour to an hour later. And then say if you check this about say 7 or 8 o'clock, say in the morning, a rat has been stuck on this for about 9 hours, and it's constantly trying to escape It's under stress. It's on, you know, it is constantly struggling and whatever for a full 9 hours. I've actually experienced rats and mice when caught in cage traps. They're under no stress whatsoever. They go in for the bait, they spring the trap, they have a bit of a fright, you know, when the door slams shut on them, and that's it. They're under no stress whatsoever. I've actually watched them. They'll eat the bait, they'll preen themselves, clean themselves, they'll even have a kip. But a rat or a mouse, when they're stuck on these things, they're constantly trying to escape. They're struggling and trying to get themselves off this glue. And rats and mice are rodents, you know, they chew things. They'll even attempt to chew their own legs off to escape from these things. Okay, I know rats and mice have to be controlled. I'm not saying that, you know, they're nice furry little animals and you know, they're pets. They do. I'd be the first to say that rats and mice need to be controlled. They carry diseases, they spread diseases, they contaminate food sources, water sources, and they do a hell of a lot of damage, and they do need to be controlled. But I think they need to be controlled humanely. At the end of the day, they're just an animal. And I just do not like these things. Just do not like them at all. And that's it. As I say, they do work. You know, they do catch rats. And also, there's a lot of people, you know, they're not experienced pest controllers. This pack of 2 is 99 pence. You know, cheap as chips, 50 pence a trap. You got cage traps. You can pay 10, 15 quid. Fenmark 4s, 8, 9 quid, perhaps going up towards a tenner. You know, so they're going to buy these just as a one-off. You know, if you've got the odd rat in your shed, okay, you know, get one of these, peel it off, set it down. You've caught your rat. They're going to walk in the next day in the shed, see a rat sitting on it, and it's not going to be moving. They'll think, oh great, I've killed a rat. These things do not kill. That rat or that mouse that's sitting on this trap is not dead, it'll be alive. If you look at it closely, it'll be breathing. But the reason it's not moving is because it's bogged down in this glue. And a lot of people will think, oh great, I've caught a rat, you know, it's dead. They'll pick it up, they'll open the bin, they'll drop it in the bin, shit in the bin. That rat or that mouse is still alive. So it's going to be sitting in that bin. Basically, it's just going to starve to death. You know, which could take for however long it takes. But as I say, they are vermin. They do need to be controlled. I'm not, you know, saying that they shouldn't be at all. They do. And I do control them. You know, I trap them. As I say, I use fens. I prefer the fen because it kills them instantly. But when I do have to use a cage trap, I humanely dispatch them. But I will never ever use a glue trap.